Hi, hello there. We have another improv today. By we, I mean I, because, well, it's generally we, because I talk with an AI about it, like ChatGPT about like, ideas. And I was wondering about one thing. Like, isn't it kind of weird to think about when you realize that modern music has been relatively new compared to, I don't know, the humanity's history of music. And then we have like what ancient instrument and all that, throat singing, and not to forget the classical music with piano, violin, and all that. Actual instrument like back then like in the 40s, they listening to kind of like the same kind of music, but not really. But I realized something like rock music, electronic music, they're pretty new if you think about it. They're not even like century old. They're like a few decades old. That's it. And back then you have to use like an actual instrument to play them, compared to now where you have digital audio workstation like FL Studio or Studio One, where you just make any beat, any music like from your laptop, which I, which is what I am kind of doing in the moment. It's just so weird and interesting to me because we goes from touching the instrument, make noises, record them in a studio, imprint it on a vinyl record, or cassette tape, and then we have on it on CD, and now we can just stream music anywhere on Earth. That seems like a big achievement, isn't it? In just like what 50 years? But yeah, like back then you have to actually play the instrument to make music, but nowadays you can just like a MIDI controller, MIDI keyboard is the one I'm using to make music. I I'm still learning. I learned the basic of music, so there's no work on that just yet. But there's so many examples of good music out there that sometimes just kind of like it is like timeless because they are, you know they're made with like actual tool and genuine love and care put into it. But music has been a tool to express ourselves over all these centuries and possibly a millennia. From basic string instrument, from that to complex tool like piano and organs, and now we have more string instrument and a lot more like keyboard. So there's more electronic music and rock music out there, and there's also like indie music, like hyperpop. Uh, does breakcore count as indie? I feel like it's like kind of like underground music, but I think they lean into like jungle. But yeah, breakcore and simple music like that. It just, man, anybody can play music nowadays as long as you know how to read notes, make the melodies, and actually putting into the tool that you can use to make music. I have like a guitar and a MIDI keyboard, and I barely touch it, but I do play with it sometimes. I just like trying to get like try to memorize the key. But yeah, um, music is relatively new if you think about it, the modern day music. And I just wanna point that out and have you live with it. I can't just be the only one that knows it, right? It's just so interesting if you think about it. And I repeat that line too many times. I need to get better at doing improv. But yeah, no crazy story this time around. This is just poor fascination about music, and I listen to a lot of music, mostly experimental. I'm a very experimental person, especially with videos. So the same will apply to streaming and music making. Hell, if I start like draw or something, I probably, become experimental as well. But we'll see in the future. Maybe I'll pick up a pencil and start drawing. But making music for your own like project would be kind of neat, wouldn't it? And try to learn all the chord progression and you know the musical note, do re mi fa sol. But it's a letter instead, and learn to master it, 150 keys, and make a music out of it, I suppose. So yeah, it's been fun trying to make music, even though I'm not really smart or like you know that good at it. But it takes time to learn stuff like this. Anyway, that'll be it for now. Hopefully, I have more topic to talk about tomorrow because technically today, we have two videos already. So, no. So, if you like this channel, no, that's all wrong. What the hell? If you like the video, like the video. If you want to see more like this, just press subscribe to the channel down below. And if you want to support me on Ko-fi or Ko-fi, there's a link down below too. Help pay the bills and all the essential stuff like food. I appreciate every support you get. I appreciate every support I can get. Anyway, that'll be all. I'll be seeing you. Ciao.